How's it going, everybody? It's OG Zanefortia with another first to 10 commentary. It's gonna be Strakaman versus Sykxris. It's gonna be Leo versus
Honestly,
Julia.
very hard to say. Like,
One thing to note about
because
both
Chris
these
is really good
characters,
with
or these
that
players rather, is
backhand,
that they're both button
especially with his
heavy pressure
punishes, and
characters,
Omari's
or
really
players
great keeping
rather.
up the pressure as well too. So
So
it,
like to do,
it's
they like
really hard to
to
say who would
pressure a lot with,
actually win
their
the match
mix-ups,
between them.
which you're gonna see a lot in this
I guess
matchup.
it just depends
It's a
on
matter of
how
who can
Chris
get the first
adapts
mix-up,
to
and can the other person guess right
Omari's
on their
pressure.
opponent's mix-up. So
we'll
we'll see how that goes. All these stage picks are random.
Well, they're getting balls, their favorite thing.
And we're gonna go back to lobby every time just
That's
because
so interesting because they have
Mark
very
is in
similar
the
styles of
lobby
play,
with them. That way
but
we're
with,
able
like, minor
to
differences.
spectate these matches. So, but every stage has been
Yeah,
randomly picked.
Omari doesn't know.
So yeah, we're gonna be going right into game one.
Sorry, pawn shots. They shut up Omari.
Also, shout out to Zane and Mark for the
And I think they
three
both
main
have
commentary
very
on this
similar
first to
in
10
terms
set.
of, like, how they handle their combos and what their like awareness of the walls are.
So yeah, here's game one.
Yeah, definitely. So here's game one.
Ooh, both going low to start.
Yeah, what you're gonna see here is a lot of whoever gets the first hit generally will go and start with the pressure, and then it's a matter of can the opponent guess what the person's mix-up is gonna be. And in this case, if you saw,
Mid.
Straka went to back 1-4 into K and K, opted for the low, and then Chris guessed right, and then punished accordingly, and got so much damage off of that. And nice closeout. One thing to note about that entry point that Chris did, when he does that like step forward in with that punch, it's a high, so you can duck it. But at that range, it's really hard to see, so or it's hard to react to rather. That was a beautiful counter hit.
This might be
Just taking
Chris's wall-to-wall combo.
nice counter hit with the low, got him on the wall.
But yeah, that counter hit low.
What's for
bringing him
breakfast? Went for the grab out of range.
back. Amari doing his own snake edge. Coming up.
Back 1-4 to K and K, opted for the low.
Ooh.
Last
Like I
hit.
said, made a big
Good.
mistake. You
Oh,
move
good throw
forward.
break.
As soon as you move forward in a neutral, you're most likely to get hit with that by Chris.
Oh yeah.
Part of me feels like he kind of
So round 3.
a bit where he was backing up, and it's like I kind of wish that he got a
Nice
little
win
bit
roll
closer
into the
to try to, like,
cancel. I wouldn't say cancel, but win roll
ooh,
to
nice
neutral to
punish.
mid.
Agree,
It's a nice little frame trap. You can jump out of it though.
Place where, like,
Um,
movement would definitely help Amari out. Probably could sidestep that or nice sidewalk.
so right now they're
Try to
taking
get closer
turns.
while putting in some
Bow and
fear
arrow,
for a whiff
wall
on the
pressure.
shot.
You have to make sure after that first knockdown, after he gets a forward 3, to tech roll out. Otherwise, he'll forward 3 the whole time.
Yeah.
Nice counter hit. Doesn't get nothing off of it.
If he would do that and you were to
Nice,
hard read that by sidestepping,
Back 1-4 into K
you
and
would
K.
get a full lunge and punish off of it. And because the
That's
way
one thing
the
that
play
Straka does
is,
here a lot.
he's
Is
gonna get
that's
full
his
damage to the wall
his bread and butter to go into his pressure, which is a handful of pokes, and then he goes into his back 1-4 K and K mix up. And out of that mix up, he has 4 options. He has a regular mid, which does a little pushback, so it makes it safe or hard to punish at the very least. He has the low, which stomps. And then he's plus like 8 or some shit like that. It's some ridiculous number. But he gets a free mix up afterwards. He has the high kick, which is a launch, and does a lot of wall damage.
Chris is catching Omari's Leo like mid combo with some counter hits.
Oh no, so he has a launch, double kick that's a can, that's a mid. And then he has a counter hit high.
I can see
So he has a lot of good options
small
out of K and K.
mistakes being favorable more to Omari because then like that kind
Yeah,
of
it took
stuff's
good,
the combo that
yeah, it was Chris that took that first game.
so well.
Good pressure.
You have to go back to
Guess
the
right
mid
on
combo, just
Straka's
the-
mix-ups. That was
with
a nice
the way
house
that
sweep.
Omari plays and the combos he uses, I think that could be very
Bow and
beneficial
arrow.
because he can go to
So right now
walls,
what
go to
you're seeing here is them
mix-ups, and
taking
back to
turns
the
seeing
wall
who
with
will
pressure
whiff,
there.
who will press unsafe
that was a
buttons.
beautiful whiff punish off the can, got him to the wall. He didn't get the 50-50 like he wanted to. Because,
Nice
Chris
wall.
tech rolled,
What's he gonna do here?
almost breakfast, nothing. Good pressure, kept him at the wall.
Oh, whiff the high. Chris likes to do that that high kick into Magic 4, which is
Ooh,
a
good
frame
throw
trap,
break.
because it leaves him
This
neutral.
is the pressure that Omari needs to
But if you press too late, you just get
Yeah.
caught by Magic 4, then it's a launch after that.
And also, like, already Omari
Nice hell sweep.
adjusted like quite a bit from his
Back
last
on
match. 'Cause
4.
now, at this point, he's
Went
the
for a
one
normal string there.
That's like doing
Nice
pretty well,
launch
like,
punish.
got punished just now.
Yeah.
Nice.
This
Beautiful.
is what I'm
2
talking about.
rounds
The
by Straka.
wall pressure to keep up there is definitely something I can see Omari doing a lot more.
Nice high low. Nice grab.
Circle
It's
around,
for
circle
breakfast. To the low.
One's pushing him back.
Nice block.
Trying to get
Guessed
that
right.
pressure up.
Stomp. Yep. Got tech roll every time after the first forward 4-3, otherwise you're gonna get stuck there.
More favorable
Nice
option.
counter hit high.
Life lead.
Wall damage.
Omari still has
Back
to
on
be
the
careful
wall.
how he mixes it up.
Oh my god, that's big damage. Big damage.
Oh my god.
Who's got it?
Oh god.
Save strings.
Got caught by the counter hit. Nice block on the low while rising 4. Up
That's
to
a-
1
that
plus
looks- that was a
2. So that's 1-1. 1 apiece.
Well, this is
Going
not-
right into game
this
3 here.
this can be anyone's stage.
I made these edits
Nice
fast
and
again,
open.
but a little slower. That way I have time to commentate it
Chris
properly
can
and
get
also
open.
um,
I mean, Omari
explain
still
certain
has
things
to
in
keep
detail.
the pressure up at the walls.
But nice counter hit low into wall raising 4 1 plus 2. Nice stance. The backstep into K and K. Makes a lot of things whiff, and then he can punish for free. Nice grab. That's a 1 plus 2 grab.
I like that. Got caught with the,
Nice mid, faking the low.
the high low that Julia has.
Yeah.
Oh, he only did the first kick of that as a
Drops the
launch. I think he
combo.
dropped the combo
I
though.
think you wanted a wall push there, but didn't get it. Now they're just poking each other.
Back 1-4 K and K.
Block.
Ooh, double whiff.
Nice. Good round.
Now that looked like, was that Leo? Leo has a high low, right?
Yeah, she does.
Back 1-4. See the mid option there,
The same way we do with Julia, just
where he does the
block
2
the low.
punches.
Yeah,
It has a lot of
it's very
pushback, so it's really hard to
interesting. Really
punish.
forces the low
Yep.
and can
Tech
make
rolled off of that
for a
wall
good
pressure. Didn't want that.
opportunity to,
Nice switch.
get a launcher.
Oh,
And
nice turnaround
how
4.
fast the other person reacts after
Was a
that.
turnaround 3. One or the other.
What's up,
Yeah.
Ike? How's it going?
Yep. The stance in the back 4.
Oh,
Ooh,
good
nice
throw
low break.
Low break.
Oh,
Yep,
nice
there
whip
it is.
punish.
Chris likes throwing that out just as an entry,
Nice good whip
especially at
punish.
distances or ranges 1 or 2.
Oh,
Um,
nice block on
it's
the
really
left
hard to
side.
react to.
Got
This
him
is-
for the round.
Definitely starting to show a lot more, like,
1
defensive,
apiece.
like,
1 round
patience
apiece.
and punishment. This is a lot of that.
Trying to
adaptation
back
that we
out
was
and,
talking about
you know,
earlier.
Mhm.
gather some time
Pick up
together
with the low, block into
to the wall. Big damage.
That's
Ooh.
very
Nice
good.
block on the
Oh,
low.
good block
Launch
on the low.
punishable.
That was a good low block.
Going to the wall. What's breakfast? Low.
See, the thing about these two players that they've been playing together for so long that they understand each other's
Oh.
kind of like flow charts. So it's really up. Like they know what
Okay, nice little reach.
strings they're gonna do into what mix up, and then they
Sounds good,
just
Ike. Take care.
at that point they're just guessing which mix up
Dropping off
they're
over
trying to do. Like for instance, Chris has been guessing
That's a
right
1+2.
a lot of the times on
I believe
Strakaman's back 1+ or back 1-4 into K and K. He's been guessing right a handful of times. I would say about 50% of the time
Ooh, good
so far.
Was that a side step?
Nice,
That
Oh,
was a tech roll.
the reversal on.
nice wall split.
Chris's end. Nice
Good
side
low.
step,
Right now.
giving back that.
He's
Fake
feeling
bow and
himself,
arrow.
that's
Yeah.
I would say fake bow and arrow,
Yeah,
but
they're
didn't go to bow
feeling
and arrow.
themselves.
Just went for the wall rising 4.
Ooh,
Very nice.
this is a
Another
really
wall.
smart stage. Yeah.
Game
All-
4.
I'm
It's
gonna guess
2-1
they're gonna
Chris.
want all wall stages, but it's interesting they're getting them on random. This is
Yeah.
a small stage too, though, so I think this can get
Again, all these stages are randomly
if
picked,
Omari can
so
establish
there's
pressure
no particular reason.
keep
Most of
moving
the
the ball
first to
to
10
side
sets you'll
walls
see
and
that
not
we
able
put
to
up
keep
here,
that side switch that
they'll
Chris
always be randomly
he
picked.
has a good
Unless
chance
it's me, of course. I'll always pick stages. That's just 'cause I want the winning state of mind. I was always try to pick the most advantageous stage or the most fair stage. But yeah, so they just went to random stages for all of this first to 10. So
And also just being aware of, like, considering that
That's
this
a
is smaller
safe
stage, like, how
mid
would
string.
they, like, adjust
nice
their
low pace. So he guessed right on the back
parry
1-4. He knows
awareness?
Omari likes to do that, or Strake likes to do that. Nice low. Low into wall rising 4 1 plus 2.
That little knife edge.
One of probably the best wall
wall
rising moves in the game. It's insane.
Omari likes using, especially
Even on black, it's not that punishable. Nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
Ken.
picked
The
up with a
wall
back 1-4
got the
again.
pressure.
Big
They keep it
damage.
going.
Oh, yep.
That was a nice
Got him
hit
guessing low.
to hit to wall splat. That definitely gives him that round.
Nice block.
That was a good
Combo's
one.
gonna push the wall here.
Wall.
But yeah, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see a lot of strings into the mix-up.
Spring kick, bad habits.
And what I mean by mix-up is they have options out of the end of the string. And what they're basically doing is they're each taking turns doing their string
Here's
and
an
saying
interesting part. It's like something I didn't know.
which
Omari definitely has
which
a good advantage
which
when it
end
comes
of
to
the string they're gonna
defensive
do, whether it be
positions.
the high,
To
low, or the
stay
mid.
at the wall and keep him cornered up
You're gonna see it a lot.
One of the things I do notice is like Chris has good.
That's
ball
basically
carrier.
what's happening.
Really has a
Is they're
carry
doing
with
strings
great
into
wall
mix-ups,
potential.
and the opponent has to
I
guess
think he's
right on
practiced
which
a lot
one it
more of
is.
the wall-to-wall
And Chris has been guessing right a lot of
Yeah.
Straka's back 1-4 mix-ups off of the K and
I
K.
did like, I did like how Chris didn't commit to a full combo when at the wall, and he opted for just constant wall splats to
Yeah.
apply pressure.
That was really good too.
Great pressure. The whip punch, nice side step.
Ooh, good
Launch.
launcher. This could be nice.
Team's trying to
wall
push the
carry.
wall here. Yep. Big
That launcher
damage.
honestly terrifies
Nice
the
launch.
hell out of me
You
because
gotta wake up there.
somehow Omari manages to always find it.
Nice grab.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That constant pressure is something I always see from Omari, especially playing against him. That I think Chris really would really need to learn on the walls also, because he's hitting him on the ground, making you forces to stand up, and then face some kind
Nice
of
grab for the mix-up.
that Omari has set up.
Good block on the low. Launch punish.
This is true. That was a great throw, by the way.
Ooh,
Interrupted
good
the
wall
K and
switch,
K.
or, side switch.
That's the thing though. When Leo has that
Alright,
back 1-4 into K and K, there's a moment you can jab.
Yeah, he didn't commit to the
It's just a
fall,
lot of people
and
get
he
scared
knew
of
he was
it,
gonna press the button.
especially I do, especially. But you can jab out of it.
That's not
It's just
good.
scary to do that
shouldn't
because if
even
you press
have
it too late, you get counter hit regardless.
And I've actually done that a couple of times. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna wait here like a minute.
It's very interesting to watch.
Nice low into the wall, raising 4. Didn't commit to bow and arrow there. Nice hell sweep.
The game definitely slows down a whole lot more. And
Nice
I'm
air
very curious to
pickup.
see who gets, like,
Doesn't get the kill there,
makes the first
but it gets the turnaround.
'cause usually
3.
who makes the first
Very
move,
nice.
It's either gonna apply so much pressure, the other.
Howard is state, which means it's going to be.
So it's 3-1 Chris, and we're on game 5 now.
This looks like a stage that Chris.
Again, shout out to Mark and Zane
because
for,
he has those wall combos, he can capitalize on
commentating
the
with
wall
me
break,
in this first 10
continue
set.
a combo going, and just bring it all the way.
And I'll link
So, like,
everyone's
part
stream
of
there
the
because
base
Chris,
game we
Zane,
barely
and
ever
Mark
see,
all
which is
stream.
that balcony break.
So I'll link all of their info in the description
This
box.
is a balcony break because
We
I'm
do
gonna get that
lobbies every
far.
Wednesday,
I know, right?
Tekken.
No one ever gets there.
Every other Thursday,
You-
we
you have to
do
watch
Smash
the
lobbies.
zero death combos, they're all
And
worse.
then
Oh,
on
yeah.
Sundays, we end up
Because those
doing
wall breaks, those freaking
first
wall
to 10
breaks.
sets for those who
Yeah,
want to play,
I know.
whoever they want to play in whatever character.
That was a nice pickup. Beautiful.
And we have I have a backlog of, first to 10, so expect more of these.
Straight to Chris.
Probably every Thursday I'll try to upload a commentary of first to 10
that
set.
looked like he pushed the button. Now it had to be a counter hit.
Yeah, I think he might have.
That was a nice push to the wall there. Oh,
I know
nice.
sometimes I have that habit too, where it's like when he does.
Yeah, I don't think
uh,
Chris has practiced
punch before he
the
does that,
combos where they're off
I
like
sometimes try to
diagonal to the
I
wall.
eventually learn to stop doing it because you.
Because if we can figure out those combos and that can push to the other wall, especially in Howard Estate, to hit that last wall and then do the wall break,
Oh, that was a good. That was a
then
good
his
one.
combos will be more scary. He'll get more optimal damage, rather than dropping it there and resetting.
Pressure to the throw, that was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to take more of that high. When Chris does that mid to the high kick,
That
That was
low
sick.
parry, he knew it was coming. He knew that Omari was gonna try and step on the toes, and was like, "I'm parrying this."
one thing about
Gets his
Omari
turn in.
that or Straka rather,
Yep,
I
he's
should
like,
probably
"I
say
like my
Straka.
toes. Please do
Uh,
not step on them."
I felt like in this
I'm the only
matchup,
one that hits people with toes.
maybe just in general too, he goes to back 1-4 a
I
lot,
need these to pop you up
which
for
isn't a
you.
bad idea by any means. But when people start getting used to that mix up
Nice.
and get used to the options and find ways to answer it, yeah. Granted, it's really hard to guess on that because again, there's 3 options I can go to. There's 2 mids,
Yeah, that's one
a
thing
counter
about,
high, and a low. It's very
both of
hard.
them and the same
Granted,
game,
Chris has been able to fuzzy guard and or
like
guess right on the
doing
low
and
every
have any
time.
stages in mind.
So
Yeah.
it's something that people
We
got
just,
to
like,
used to.
ran
But
like, we just
I
wanna
feel like
get
he
spaces
needs to
and
adjust his
stuff.
offense to not do that so much.
Like we already had to sit through enough loading. We don't have to sit here and like.
Like Leo has a lot of good
It's
tools
way
that she can
different.
use, so those can't be the only options he goes to. He tends to go to it a lot.
Oh,
Oh, he didn't go for
ooh,
the low
he
there. That would
went
have been
high.
death. Nice
Yeah,
low
see
there
here, like
for the round.
instead of trying to apply pressure and trying to play catch up, he needed to get away from the wall
Yeah.
and just reset the situation. 'Cause earlier
Nice
he
block on the
overcommitted to
low.
block
I think it was
into
hell sweep.
can and just held
Dropped
it
the
to one.
combo there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, so he tried to duck there because he thought he was gonna win roll into hell sweep, but he got the mid. But guess right on the win roll this time. Oh, counter hit.
Oh, nice block on the low.
That was a good duck.
Nice high low.
Ducking that throw real
Alright.
quick.
Yeah. The one thing that I haven't seen Omari do as much, which I'm surprised he hasn't done yet, was throughout Leo's parries, or maybe it's been happening so fast
Nice
I haven't
launch.
realized it.
Combo here, so push to the
No, I don't
wall.
think he's
Yep.
done a parry.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
Nice gets on the
Yeah, 'cause I feel
low.
like
And the blue stuff to
Ooh.
take the
that was a
round.
good comeback, by the way.
That was a good.
That was a great
That was
guess.
a very back and forth round.
That's what Straker likes to do a lot. He likes to end the rounds with
Let's talk
lows.
to
I mean,
Walker,
everyone does.
Chris.
Um,
Oh,
and
nice
so
counter hit
Chris
from
knew
the
that,
punch.
guessed correctly.
Yeah, that's the hit that I normally get like concerned on.
Yeah.
And I'm
The
like,
toughest.
because
the
I'm like,
toughest-
shit.
Yeah. Toughest part for this
What about
stage. were
Zanefortia?
both-
Also, Chris, if you're watching this, I misspelled your
Yeah, sure that Omari did.
gamer tag on the bottom here, but do not pay
One of the
attention to
things
that.
is,
Just
like,
focus
now
on the
it's a
match.
really big uphill
and
battle
we
for
will
Omar
talk
because
after.
There are no walls here.
Yeah.
Nice low to take the
and,
game.
he really needs those walls.
Has a mix
I
of
didn't realize that
between
until
low,
post editing and doing the
the
commentary, so
mid,
I
low, and
apologize.
counter hit high. I feel like he's been relying that too much, and Chris has gotten so used to it.
Yeah, it's
after
5-1
learning how to
Chris.
play, that he knows what to do off of that, and it seems like every time that Omar has done it, if he's
Nice
if
whip
Chris hasn't
punish.
blocked it,
Yeah.
Wall
he's
split,
counter-hitting.
not a whole lot.
or
Yeah.
Guts the
maybe in
orbital.
some way, shape, or form. So I feel like Omari needs to.
Nice whip
so
punish
in
with the
this round
jab.
here, he barely used
Take the round.
that back
Yeah.
one forward to block. If he stops autopilot, I don't know if it's autopilot, but it seems like it. If he stops using it less, or starts using it less, and goes to different options and play the neutral very differently, then I think he'll have a better time, easier time, because he's just getting stuff with the block.
Nice turnaround punch.
Yeah.
Definitely see that.
Mixed up got stuff though.
Because like that's
Now
how I
switch
think
the
the
sides,
Lakers
now
had
Chris is
come
at the
out well,
wall.
and that's not what happened. But whatchamacall, like that first round was especially like dominating because he applied the pressure and he kept it going. And so right now he's keeping up the pressure. It's unfortunate.
Nice pick on last side. Didn't get the full combo, but that's okay. Nice block on the mid hit.
What's gonna happen? Nice.
Nice.
It's interesting. It's one of the things I do notice with Amari, especially in like later matches. He's mixing up his rhythm and putting in the stops so that you think there's a time to throw something, and then he goes for a counter hit.
Yeah.
And Marco is exactly right. I don't know if you guys heard that, but he said that Straka is mixing up his timing on
Oh, it's not block.
the strings and buttons he does.
Just back
to
one
get counter
forward to
hits.
K&K, not
It's been
block.
working.
Block is a totally different stance. Anyways,
Nice
he
grab.
chose K&K there, and instead of going for one of the four options, he just canceled it and went for the counter hit.
I like that throw that he had in there.
Oh, nice
And
spin to the counter hit. Didn't convert off of it though.
we got a very neutral heavy round here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just an
This is
insane
what
amount
Ryan
of taking
needs to-
turns.
To do is to reset to this and not commit to the back 1-4 into K&K stance so much, and
Yeah.
just make Chris play on his decking and play the neutral.
Mhm.
And stop committing to, or to just mix up his options in general, because I feel like he's just doing the same things over. Which is fine, because that's generally how you play Tekken anyways, but mix up the rhythms like Mark was saying, and,
Nice.
you know,
It's a sidestep. Sorry, didn't mean to cut
That's
you
the
off
win
there.
roll stop.
oh no, I was watching it, I totally freaked out. I was like, oh shit, he sidestepped. That was weird.
Oh!
Yeah.
Nice low parry. See the back 1-4 into the
call it
low
low parry
to the
again.
stomp got low parry.
It's, I don't
Chris
know
has
the
read that
stance, but
like
some of the stances
a
that
lot
he
of the
has
times, if not
opts
every
for a
time.
low or a mid launcher.
Nice grab, nice
Yeah,
throw break.
Goes for that low pretty often.
Tuck the round with the elbow.
Yeah.
Party crasher.
I kind of wish he went mid there, because I know Chris has been blocking his mids a lot, but I feel like if he went mid, it would have at least pushed him away even if Chris blocked it. Because it's like, I don't know if Chris would have been able to do anything off of that, because I know I couldn't.
Yeah.
during the time that Omari has been doing
when
it.
he went to the K&K. What the fuck was that?
Low into the bow and arrow. Very nice. Counter hit.
Ooh, good counter hit.
Good pickup.
We got some
There we go.
carry here.
Drops the
Drops
combo
it.
though. Oh, got hit out of the air. It's a
Unfortunately
launch.
dropped.
Ooh, that was a good like. that was
Missed
good
the stomp.
counter pressure. Misses with the jump.
Nice. See, he'll always do that just at ranges 1 or 2.
Tackle over the situation.
Oh, that was
Just because it's hard to react
that's an
to.
interesting situation. I can see Omari.
And he switches up his timing to do it, so.
I have been
Here's
having
game 8.
posture.
It's going to be 6-1 Chris.
Let me just real quick.
Just adjust. Yep, that movement forward. Ooh, good throws.
Nice.
Yeah.
He'll hydrate Rose Rev.
Ooh. Can't hit, didn't get the full
Good
strike.
pressure. Answering Brack.
Nice.
Nice round 1.
That was
Not much to
good.
say there.
That looked like
They're
a
just
good
taking
move.
turns and then,
Giving
oh, nice
Chris
floor
the
break.
ability to
Taking
answer
turns and then
back
getting
just
mixed
so
up.
you have, like, the, block punishes.
Yeah.
Nice low.
The one thing that, and I know it's hard because it happens so fucking quickly because it's like Ganryu's.
And so what I mean by taking turns is this
grab
right
that
here,
he
where they're
has is,
throwing out moves and saying which
that
connects.
throw that,
And on block,
that
it's the other person's
that
turn
runs
to
up
throw
on the
moves and see if it'll hit.
like
That's
that.
basically what I mean by taking
Oh,
turns.
yeah.
I'm making this video for
The full break, yeah.
spectators, a guide for
You found
spectators to
your
watch
laptop
fighting
that got stolen,
games.
Brad? How'd you
That
find
way,
it?
people who watch these type of videos will understand better.
Okay.
You know, when we say certain
Nice.
terms like taking turns,
Also
neutral,
doing good, Rose Rev.
whiff
Like it.
punish, and things like that. So yeah, expect that. But yeah,
Ooh,
taking turns is basically when they're exchanging blows. Someone will throw out a move or a string, and then the other person, it's their turn to go after that. Right, depending on the frame rate, of course. But I'll go into that in the video. Nice throw, floor break.
Ooh, good throw.
What's
Rose
the,
Rev.
what's the mix up? Oh, the high
It's
exit.
the
Nice
1
low
versus 2,
parry.
Right when the tackle hits.
This isn't gonna
Same
kill,
thing
is
as
it?
the Marduk break.
Oh, it will kill. Yeah, that'll kill.
throw
That throw will
break,
kill.
damn.
You can see a lot of things from like different play coming into Chris's game.
Nice. See, Rangers 1 and 2, Chris will do that all day. And then he has okay after that. Good low.
That sucks, Grad. I'm sorry it's in.
Oh,
I'm sorry it's traveling the world without you.
Nice low,
I know, right?
low block.
What's interesting here is that
Good tech row out though to avoid the stomp.
Chris is done
'cause
applying
the
pressure
OQ
and
is
realizes
insane
not
after
to
that.
anymore. He's he's stepping back and making Omari
See.
come to him
Range 2.
and then baiting him.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
I don't know if stepping or whatever, but until they show you that, you have to keep applying that pressure.
Agreed.
And I think that's what's happening with Chris is that once he gets that pressure in, he's
So
not
it's
letting go.
7-1
I
Chris.
think that we've seen that in the past few games where once Chris is in there and he's showing like he can hit you and he's mixing you up.
Just to clarify on the
I
bottom,
think that's what's really eating away
I made sure
Omari.
to put the names of who was who and what character they're playing and the actual record. Normally I would just leave a score
So this is infant stage. This is very interesting.
just there, but because they keep switching sides, because of how we were doing the lobby,
Yeah, like Omari won't get bumped by
I
the
just
ball,
made
but
sure
it
to
doesn't exactly
note who
his
had
play
what record and what
affect
character they're
both
playing. That way it's easier
in their
as a
favor.
viewer you're not confused.
Ooh, nice stuff on the throw.
Again, Chris, apologies on misspelling your gamer tag.
I like this
Good
bait and
round.
switch game that Chris is playing. He's moving in and out, throwing a poke, backing out, coming in, just enough space to whiff, and then baiting Omari to
And
throw
for the
it
counter
back,
high out of
trying to
K&K.
catch him with a counter hit.
Caught him
Oh,
with
nice
the
counter
Magic
hit off the
4.
block. Magic 4.
It's unfortunate he dropped it though.
Yeah,
Bow and arrow.
nice ball and arrow.
Thing about bow and arrow though, for anyone who's watching, like he can only do Julia can only do bow and arrow out of crouch. So if they crouch, typically expect bow and arrow.
Cancel the K&K to go to extreme.
I guess one of the better options is to fuzzy guard either bow and arrow or the wall rising 4, but he can only do bow and arrow out of crouch. So, and he's landed bow and arrow. I want to say like 90% of the time in this matchup. Probably all of the whole thing. I haven't seen Chris really miss a bow and arrow this game or this set.
I really can't remember. I would have to ask Chris after.
Yeah. But he's really starting to use more throws here.
Oh, nice mix
Which
up
is
on the
really good for
timing
mixed
for the back 1-4.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of let's focus on that thing.
Counter hit low.
Oh,
Thought it was his
counter hit
turn,
low.
but it's not.
Oh, he dropped it though.
He attacked on the high. He recognized the string. He doesn't punish it though. Even a jab punish will say, "Hey, get off me," you know. Then it's your turn, or you know, go back to neutral.
What, Chris's final form?
So it's
Like,
gonna
I
be
would say,
8-1.
when we fought Matt, like when he got him.
It's 8-1 Chris.
The reason why that when he was in our lobbies, would
So
switch
what's
up a
happening
lot
here is
was
that
because
Chris
at
has
some
really
point,
turned on the pressure a
when he was
lot,
playing, like,
and he's gone to a lot of great
lobbies,
mix-ups.
like,
And
outside of that, when it was just me, Chris, and Matt,
Straker's defense is solid,
Chris started
but he's just
getting
eating up
even down
Chris's insane mix-ups. He's also getting counter hit a lot
He's like, oh shit,
at certain
what's wrong?
situations. And Chris,
To-
once he gets a counter hit, he can convert
so
so well off
aggressive
of
at
it,
this point.
especially at walls like this. Like that was a huge amount of damage.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's fair. That makes sense.
Beautiful
nice
pressure.
one rising.
Very great.
Chris,
Nice duck.
again, not
High.
laying down the pressure.
Yeah, that's basically what's happened most of the set is that even with
It's
Straker's solid
once he
defense,
goes blood, it's fucking over.
the
Seriously.
Throw.
amount of times that Chris has mixed
and
has
so far
changed
Mark
up
hasn't
his
had an answer for that.
tempo, his mix-ups,
Nah.
as well as the counter
hard to
hits
find
has
out
really
how
given him
to
edge in
play
a lot of
football.
these matches.
Now you gotta wait for each
It's not
time
like
he comes up.
Straker's defense was bad at all. Like his
Try
defense
it,
is
but
solid,
hoping
but
it's
there are
the same
several
thing.
times where he would go like
The group
back
is-
1-4 K&K, and Chris has read it every time. Especially the lows. He's read the low, I want to say 95 to 100% of the time, whether it be blocked or low parried. So, and that is a huge conversion for
Guys
Chris.
got ready to see what he can do with it. Ooh,
Uh-huh.
Nice low to finish it off.
that's rough. That's rough. It's
Like,
also
definitely
another
a lot.
thing. What's up? Go,
Oh,
go
sorry, go
for
ahead.
it. No, you go first.
What I was gonna say really fast is that like, because we've already mentioned it before, like some of the stuff that Chris throws, like it can definitely be sidestepped, and
And this is true what Zane just said in the commentary was that a lot of Julia's things are very linear, so they attack just
Very
it straight in front of her, so you can sidestep a lot of the stuff she does.
like some of his problems.
Obviously you can't do it all the time,
stuff that Chris
just
does,
because like
a lot
Chris
of it could be
or any
solved.
Julia player will
Get with the
adjust to it by
reversal.
using, you know, more homing moves.
Jesus.
That was a good reversal on the tackle, by
That
the way.
Marduk training really came in handy.
That Mardo, that Mardo
Yeah.
practice came
But
in
yeah,
handy.
just movement against Julia is really
But,
strong.
like a lot of his problems could be solved by like, or at least a good chunk of it could be solved just by sidestepping.
Yeah.
By moving in general. And this is what we brought up earlier. Where
Oh, and this is
Martin
important
just-
too, was
like,
we
how
were
he
talking
uses
about
that
movement.
dash, like a perfect
And it's the
play.
one thing that
Just the
Strika
back
really
dash and go to
lacks,
sidestep.
and it's not that his
And you
movement is
said all the
terrible,
first stuff was sidestep,
is that he
but
just
then
he needs to
you
learn how to
do it.
backdash and sidestep more.
Very true.
He's been doing it a lot more often now,
Definitely agree there. 'Cause I
um,
mean, like,
but it
even
really showed up in this
a
game where
micro
he needs
forward
to
dash to a back
to
dash,
back up and
That's
know
the type
either
of tool
backdash
that
or
Martin
sidestep
needs
more
to
to
get
get away
that,
from certain pressure.
the reaction for
I think he
the
relies
camera
heavily
being
or
launched
he relies
point
heavily on
Julian has,
the natural movement
but
of
if you can
Leo
get that reaction off of a micro
to
dash
really
forward
push
to
him
a back
forward
dash,
and use
or
some
even a
of
sidestep
the evasive
on
tools that she
movement,
has in certain
that
moves.
would open Chris up
But
to
you have to
a whole
actually,
lot.
you know, do movement in the character itself. Otherwise, you're just going to be constantly eating
So
pressure.
game match,
No matter how good your
Chris
defense is,
winner
unless you
for
have
Mike and
like, you know,
Chris
top tier
and
of
mix-ups
defense, you're
Chris
going to
now,
eat
I don't
mix-ups
think
at
so.
some point.
Yeah.
And some mix-ups can be sidestepped. So
It's definitely a tough uphill battle because like the
he
biggest
has to
thing
play
we've been mentioning is basically
it's 9-1
the
Chris.
basics of Tekken. With,
this is game point for
movement,
Chris.
Neutral play.
See if
a little
you
more
turn it around.
defense,
But yeah, see the movement here? He's doing a little bit of
and,
sidestep
like,
and
the
the backing
ability to
up, but
dash, like,
right there, the backing up isn't a good idea because he's at the wall. He needs to sidestep
get away
around to
and,
not be
like,
on the wall.
bait a lot
Right,
of,
especially on a small stage
Tekken
like this,
users.
once a one combo will get you to a wall.
And I know Mari mentioned that he needs to work on his defense, and I think
Yeah.
this first and 10 will definitely is a showcase for that. It's not like he has bad defense; it's just the movement has to be a part of the defense. Without
Yeah.
the lack of movement,
And when I
you're
said that,
just
it's
gonna
still
be
true.
eating strings after strings, and
The
then
defense
you're
is
gonna
solid
miss
here. Don't get me wrong.
I guess
It's just the movement has to be part of the
it's very
defense.
scary to be in that position.
At
Versus just
high level,
being able
what
to
you see a lot of
backdash
is a
and
lot of
sidestep,
movement to go in and out to bait,
out of it
to
before you
avoid,
even get into that
um,
position.
and make your
The
opponent commit
movement,
to
because
something.
of 3D game, the sidestep
But
will
this is
give
something
you
that
huge
Strake has to
advantage
work on, you know.
before
And
forward.
Strake is by no means a bad player. He's a very strong player. I think him and Chris are probably top 2 in our play group.
That's scary, right? Oh,
It's really
I think it's a
scary.
toss-up between the rest of us.
It's a
Like,
tough
they're
place
both
to
really
be.
strong
It definitely
players.
is for
Yeah.
We can definitely win on any given time, but definitely his movement needs to be a little bit stronger there. Yeah. Let me just pause it there. But yeah, that was the first of 10 with Straka and Chris. Chris won that, by the way. It was 10-1 Chris. Shout out to both those players, both strong players, both specialists in Julia and in Leo. So a couple of takeaways from this. Chris, when Chris turns on, he turns on. Like he can play really well. He's mixed up games on point. He switch tempos. He can be unpredictable. He will do all of the hard reads, and once he does that, he is not afraid to punish and convert off of it. Straka is a strong player as well. I think the one thing that held him back the most was, I wouldn't say the movement held him back the most, because that wasn't it. Although it does need work on, and he knows this, so it's not like I'm taking shots at him or anything. It's the overcommittal to the back 1-4 and the K and K, because majority of what happened in that match was Chris guessing right on the K and K stance mix-ups and converting off the lows, whether it be a low parry, or he just knew when to jab at the right time, or he had a certain move that got out of the pressure and was able to kind of stuff the K and K, the back 1-4 K and K mix-up. The counter hits were killer in this matchup. I think there were a lot of times where I think Straka was just pressing buttons where he shouldn't have, whether he was unfamiliar or just kind of like panic presses, because everyone panic presses from time to time, especially like our play level. Like sometimes we're just like, oh, we need to interrupt here because we're losing, and it's not a good idea. So that's a thing. Also, Chris had setups for counter hits. So yeah, one thing to really take away is movement is important, but like I said, it's not the worst thing that Straka did. It was, I think, in my opinion, was the back 1-4 to K and K, the mix-up. It was not doing work for Straka, and there were times where he went to kind of a flowchart situation, where off of an Oki situation, he'll go low, and Chris read, I want to say 75 to 80% of that, and then converted a lot of damage off of it. So that's one thing. I think that's about it. Again, by no means am I saying these players are bad. Like I said, these are probably two of the best players in our play group. Two very strong players. And yeah, that's about it, really. I don't really have any other thoughts. It's just I wish to see Straka not go to that back 1-4 as often. Against me, you can probably do it, because I'm going to eat shit all day with that. But against high-level players like Chris, who understand what to do, and Chris and Straka have played so much that Chris actually knows what type of flowchart that Straka will do against him. Yeah, that's about it. Chris played really well. He played extremely well. When he's focused, he turned it on, and it was kind of a wrap after that. I want to see more stage picks, in the future for our first of 10s, for all of us in our play group, to actually pick stages for, for competitive reasons. I know we're just picking random just for the matchup, but in games like this, stage does matter, whether it be with floor breaks, wall breaks, with just walls, balcony breaks, whatever the case may be, or infinites. They all have their purpose. They all have their advantages and disadvantages. So I would like to see more competitive stage picks in the future. And yeah, that's about it. Great games again to Straka and Chris for the set. Shout out to Zane and Mark for the triple commentary we did that day. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any suggestions or critiques of the commentators, myself commentating right now, or the players, feel free to leave in the comments below. Again, I'll link all of their streams below, because Chris, Zane, and Mark all stream. And yeah, that's about it. Y'all have a good one.